This is a video looking at an integrated engineering inlet manifold for VW Audi 2-litre TFSI and 2-litre TSI engines. It fits, I've just got a paperwork here for the product, so I'll just go through some of it. It fits the Volkswagen Mark Golf GTI and Jetta, Volkswagen Mark 6 Golf R, VW Mark 6 Golf GTI, Audi B8 A4, Audi A5, the first one, and the Audi B7 A4. The inlet manifold is the same, the bolts are the same, this plaque is the same, but they do come with vehicle-specific fitting kits for the cars. They're available in red, silver, and black. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember the colour. Black and red definitely. And it comes with all the stuff that you need to fit it, and it is a direct replacement for the original inlet manifold. Why do you want to change the original inlet manifold? Well, two reasons. One, the inlet manifold from the factory has got a control flap inside it, which is notorious for failing, and the second reason is to increase power and torque. So I'll just highlight some of the main features of it. It increases power at all RPMs, and it increases torque at all RPMs. There's no compromise in low-end performance, and it increases horsepower at high-end. It's made from cast aluminium, which makes it perfect for the job really. It's relatively light considering it's a cast metal product, and also aluminium is one of the best conductors of heat you can have, so it's going to draw a lot of heat out of the cylinder head, which keeps combustion chamber temperatures down, which is what you want to be at for maximum power. It also, so as I said, it gets rid of the flap sensor. You will need to remap the car with this product because you will get a check engine light because the ECU does not see a control flap in the inlet manifold. This one doesn't have it, so you'll need to get a tune or a software change so you don't get the check for the control flap. I said it before, it's a direct replacement. It's got all the fittings that the original inlet manifold has. It comes with everything you need, just bolt it on and go. On a stage 2 KO4 turbo TFSI motor that had 320 horsepower with the original inlet manifold. With this inlet manifold, with no other modifications, it made 22 pounds-foot of torque more, maximum gain, and a maximum gain of 20 horsepower. Just by fitting the manifold fitting this inlet manifold without any other changes. The bigger the turbo, the more power that you're running, the more boost that you're running, the more air that you're running through the engine, the more power this will give you over the standard inlet manifold. What else? Oh, and also it's got the option to run poured injection with water methanol, which is fantastic. It's nice to run the water methanol, as you know, to get 10-15% more power, maybe more. You can inject it from the intake runner. I've got the intake runner to the inlet manifold. But on this particular inlet manifold, it also gives you the option to inject it directly into the ports, which is the perfect situation. That's what you want in an ideal world. And this integrated inlet manifold gives you that option. So that's basically it. Those are the key points. I'll just give you a quick look at the product. So I'll just lift it up to you here. So this is what it looks like from the bottom. This is what it looks like from the end. So you can just check that it's the same as the one you've got now if you want to, but I promise you it is. And this is the top side. This is where this metal plaque goes. The red is probably the nicest colour, I think, in my opinion. If you want the stealth look, obviously black. So you can see that it's got the intake trumpets for each inlet runner. And this is the other end of the product. And I'm not sure, did you get this end there as well? It looks like a first class piece. And here are your intake, your water methanol injection ports here. The kit is also supplied with blanket plugs for this if you don't want to run water methanol injection, if you prefer. So this is the product. I'll just have a look through what else it says here. This is the sheet from the integrated engineering website. So it says USA cast aluminium, integrated engineering manifolds are cast from a special self-aging, self-hardening alloy with especially strict requirements for chemical composition. Top-of-the-line Japanese machining centres machine all major surfaces of the parts in one setup, ensuring perfect fit, finish and maximum value. The aluminium intake manifold makes a great replacement for the stock plastic unit, which is a common failure point for that flap that I mentioned at the start. It gives the dyno graphs on the integrated engineering website as well, but as I mentioned, it gives 20 horsepower, 22 pounds-foot of torque maximum gain over the otherwise unchanged engine, except for changing the inlet manifold from the Audi manifold, Volkswagen manifold to this, which is a good gain. So I would say it gives best gains actually low down, low RPM. At 3,500 RPM is the biggest gain. It seems to spool up faster, and then you get good gains all the way to the end. We're just looking at this graph. This I don't know. It's probably something else. I'm going off point, which I do normally in these videos. But you can see the massive drop off in torque at 5,000 RPM and above. Just a massive drop off. I'm not sure why that is. It's a KO4 turbo apparently. It seems a bit of dramatic. It doesn't go to zero. It starts at 150 pounds-foot, 400 pounds-foot here, but the drop off, and then it drops down to 250 at 6,500. I'm not sure. I'm sure this is normal for a KO4, it's just surprising to me. It's not because I just stressed, it's not because of the inlet manifold. This is the original inlet manifold, the integrated. The integrated has got the edge. So that's that. But just to go back to what we're talking about, i.e. the inlet manifold, it gives good gains. The turbo spools faster and then maintains those gains all the way to the red line. But as integrated, say bigger turbo, you're going to get more power, bigger power gains from this, even bigger power gains over the original inlet manifold. It says your additional features tuned for excellent power and torque gains throughout the entire RPM range, no loss in spool time, and go from their diagrams, the engine actually spools up faster. O-ring seals on head flange, throttle body and velocity stack cover, no liquid gasket or RTV required. Here are your flanges. Direct replacement for the factory inlet manifold. No wire extension required for the intake air temperature. Thick wall cast aluminium construction for durability. It's a solid item, no question, and yet it is surprisingly light. Thick wall, choice of red, black or blue anodized velocity stack cover, i.e. this plate here. Black powder coat finish, as you can see, it's smooth, so it's going to be very easy to clean. It's not dirt is not going to get ingrained in this. It includes all the required fasteners, seals, but vehicle specific install kits are sold separately. So these are the generic fasteners for the kit. You choose your colour for this, and then this is your vehicle specific installation kit. So it comes with hose adapters, bolts, T-piece, everything that you need. You're not going to need anything else to fit this car. This specific kit is for Audi A5 and 100% engineered, tested, designed, cast and machined in the USA. So everything is made in the USA. And it just goes on with the manifold install kits. Mark 5 Golf GTI, Mark 6 Golf R use the same fitting kit. Mark 6 Golf GTI has got its own fitting kit. Audi B8, A4 and the A5, the Mark 1 has got its own fitting kits, and the B7 A4 has got its own fitting kit. And it's just got a brief Q&A in the back of FAQ, frequently asked questions. What kind of power gains will I see? By simply installing the integrated engineering intake manifold and matching software, power increases for a stage 2 KO Boost setup are 31 pounds-feet at 3,000 RPM and 20 wheel horsepower at 48,000 RPM. Setups using larger turbochargers will see greater gains. What else do I need to install? Along with the purchasing the IE intake manifold, you'll need a vehicle specific install kit, what I just covered. Will I need the tuning for this manifold? Yes, as I mentioned before about the control flap. How does the IE intake manifold compare to the others on the market? The IE intake manifold was designed from the ground up with quick spool and performance in mind. We have spent much time dialing in the runner length, diameter, plenum size and plenum shape. These characteristics make the IE manifold the best performing part on the market, with gains throughout the entire RPM range. The IE manifold is also much more visually appealing with a black powder coat finish and the option of red, black or blue analyzed velocity stack cover, again this bitch here. Do I have to run water methanol with this manifold? It says water methanol. Our manifold is machined to run with the quarter NPT ports to accept water methanol nozzles on each runner. However, for those not looking to utilize these, the manifolds will include threaded plugs to block these ports. I see that you only offer the manifold in black powder coat finish. Is there any benefit to the black finish? The black powder coat finish is not only visually appealing, but it is much easier to clean. Raw cast aluminium parts easily collect dirt and stains that are difficult to remove. The black powder coat finish does not show dirt easily and can be easily cleaned. And the last question they have in their fact: can I run my aftermarket throttle pipe with the IE intake manifold? They say the IE intake manifold was designed around the factory throttle pipe using the IE silicone coupler included in the install kits. If your throttle pipe fits the same OEM unit, then there should be no issues using it. So that's it, that's the integrated engineering intake manifold kit for Volkswagen Mark 5, Mark 6, Golf GTI and Golf R, Audi A5 Mark 1, Audi A4, B8 and B7 with a 2-litre TFSI engine. Looks like an absolutely phenomenal product, super well constructed, extremely light considering that it is made from cast metal. It's got all the nice touches with your throttle trumpets on the intake runners. It's got a nice little touch here which you can have the different colour plaques there which look $1 million. Yeah, it's out of milled aluminium and it looks stunning actually. It's got a nice excuse me, it's got a nice milled finish on it, and obviously it's got the integrated engineering logo on it, so it looks $1 million. And this is the kit. So that's your intake manifold. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the Street and Circuit channel. Please vote on the video and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.